Hello and welcome to another Nimble video tutorial. In my last video, I demonstrated the cool dynamic dashboard interface that I'm showing you today. And the amazing thing about Nimble is that as I continue to build these applications, I usually try to come up with a plan for my next video or the next app demo I'm going to build so I can videotape it and show you guys. But this particular app was built so quickly and came together so fast that I didn't really prepare for my next build. So I took some time today to do, or this week, to do some integration. And I started doing research on an application called Electron. If you haven't heard, Electron is basically an application that runs a V8 Google V8 browser inside a desktop window so that you can build cross-platform apps using JavaScript. I had no idea how easily Nimble would integrate with Electron, but I'm going to show you that today. As I started reading the documentation on Electron, I noticed and went to the apps page, and just searching the page, I searched for Visual Studio, and I noticed that the Visual Studio Code open source editor by Microsoft uses Electron. After seeing this listed as an application, it makes sense as to how Microsoft was able to get its XAML editor to run and operate so well. It had the feel of being an HTML rendered editor. And now this explains how it was able to be done. This opens up a whole new world of possibilities for Nimble, because I was currently researching a WYSIWYG design for the Nimble desktop application, so that I don't have to stay in the realm of a normal desktop drag-drop interface. I could convert the entire Nimble editor into Electron. If you don't know, Nimble started out version 1.0 is just like a DLL runtime. The first IDE was built in Firefly, and then once I had it compiled, every version of Nimble 2.0 until today has been written and compiled within itself. So now that I have a target framework, Electron, I could convert all the native code to JavaScript and repeat that same step so that Nimble will build and compile in itself in pure JavaScript. So maybe that'll be a project for the last half of 2017, beginning 2018, depending on how lazy I feel. Without further ado, we're going to build the desktop dashboard that I have here running in the browser. I'm going to build it as an Electron application. So what I did was I modified the build interface and created the necessary code to support the Electron framework as a build target. The only changes I had to make to the build interface, because my targets are getting more and more build targets, I changed it to a drop down instead of checkboxes. And here you can target a single page web app, PhoneGap mobile application, Electron desktop, or a web component. I also added the necessary options here for Electron so that you can control the startup state of the window, as well as start the developer tools if you so choose. So in this case, we're going to build this Electron application from Nimble. And then we can take a look. You'll notice all of my web projects, I've been building a lot of videos and web projects here, so the list is growing. And when an Electron application is built, you'll get an _Electron folder. I guess the biggest issue that I've noticed is that Electron is basically a full-size browser size application, and it's 55 megs. So when you build an application using JavaScript and you want to use the Electron framework, you have to ship technically a browser with the package. Um, I included a resource edit functionality so that you can now adjust the properties on the exe so that you get the created with Nimble. You get the copyright notice, the version, the name, product name, dynamic dashboard. So you can alter the original details of the exe, and then you can launch the application. The beauty of Electron is that it does work on Mac and Linux. So you have a full scale JavaScript application running in a Windows environment. Thanks to Chrome V8. How about that? If I build a few targets in Electron, drag in a few charts, you'll see that it works perfectly. Move that. Perfect application running in a Windows instance. I'm going to build one more for you. I'll do this one is the, of course, the SDK dictionary. I want to build this one so that you can see the performance. One thing I noticed with respect to Electron is that sometimes when you start the application the first time, there's some caching that has to take place. So the app can run a little bit slower. You'll see a little sluggishness on initialization. But every time you restart the app after that point, it seems to run very fast, which is what you would expect from the Chrome V8 JavaScript engine. But if we build this, this is the SDK dictionary that I have featured on my website. A lot of animation, a lot of sliding multi-instance components. So we'll see how this bad boy works. SDK, Electron, app, let's close, sorry. We'll see. As you can see, the full dictionary running nicely as a Windows app. These exes can be zipped up and setup.exe and shipped to any desktop running Windows or Mac or Linux. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at some new integration effort that I put forward this week. It only took like about an hour or 2 hours to hook it all together, test it, and then build the interface to support the features that I wanted. But I'm really impressed with how well the V8 engine ships as a Windows application. Thank you for watching.